My name is Eric McKeeman, District Manager at 4 different stores here in Colorado, the UPS store. Making a video for anyone that's interested. I know a lot of people in our network have had issues trying to scan to email from our copier machines, or MFPs, through Office 365. I've learned a few things, learned that they need a really high level of security, and I use Konica Minolta machines, so I'd like to show whoever wants to know how to reset these Konica machines to give it a higher level of security that can use Office 365 as its sending email, if you will. So I'm gonna do just a step-by-step quick video right now on how to do that. There are quite a few steps, and it will probably take 30-35 minutes to get it all done. I'm kind of guessing. I also want to point out that I do not do YouTube videos. I've never done videos like this. I'm an expert at UPS store stuff, so forgive me if the editing is all weird. The point is just so that at least here in Colorado, our stores can scan to email with no problems. Okay, so I've tried to sum this up into 6 steps. The first one, you're going to get your IP address from the machine. Second one, you're going to reformat your hard drive. Warning, this will empty your address book. Third one, you're going to remove the security certificate. Fourth, you will change your SSL and protocol settings. Fifth, you're going to set up the SMTP. And then sixth, you can just add your addresses back into the address book. I'll show you how to do each step. Okay, step 1, getting your IP address. You're going to hit Menu, Utility, Administrator Settings. The default password is 1234567 Now you're going to hit Network Settings, TCP IP, and then IPv4 settings. You can see my IP address. Yours is probably going to be pretty similar. Maybe the last octet might be slightly different, but you want to write this down. And you've accomplished step 1. For step 2, we're going to go into administrator settings just like we did on step 1. Alright, and now we're going to go to security settings, number 0 there. Then we are going to go to HDD settings, which is number 6. Format HDD is also number 6. You're going to click yes, and then OK. It's now formatting. This is going to take a while. I'm not going to waste your guys' time on the video. At the end of it, it will ask you to switch the main switch off and then on, so that you know on this machine is a BizHub 454E. The main switch is actually under this cover right there in orange. So you'll flip that off, turn it right back on, and that resets it. Okay, now we're going to go through the step of creating a new SSL, or a new certificate, essentially. You're going to go to your favorite web browser, probably on your back office computer, type in the IP address you got from step 1, and hit enter. And that will take you to a screen here. This is remoting into your machine. So right now your machine is not usable by any customers, so you know. It says that we're logged in as public as default. We will need to be logged in as the administrator. So to do that, you're going to click to the login screen and hit OK. And now you'll click on administrator, log in. As you know, the default password is 1234567 and we'll hit OK. I went ahead and just had it memorize that password to save some time. Now we're going to hit the security tab, and this may take a little bit to load. Unfortunately, a lot of the video is going to be waiting. Right now there's this security that Konica Minolta has in there by default. This is the reason we aren't able to use 365. So I'm going to hit setting, and I'm going to remove the certificate. Are you sure you want to remove? Yes, I sure am. It'll ask you to turn the main switch off and then on. I actually don't usually do, I don't do this. I haven't done it and it has not affected it. I just click OK. And now I'm able to hit new registration. I can now create and install a self-signed certificate. That's what I want to do, so I hit OK. Here you can type just about anything. You'll see what I get to type here: the UPS store, locality, We are in Greenwood Village, Colorado, USA. That's going to be my admin email address, which is good. Validity start date, just leave it. This one, the validity days, this is very important. You put 3650, and this is the reason why Office 365 wouldn't let you do it. We have to go all the way to the bottom, RSA 2048 with the SHA 256. That is the highest level security that I know about when it comes to SMTPs. So I hit OK. It's going to take a little bit for this certificate to be created. And it'll just keep refreshing itself here. Okay, it now says certificate has been created and installed. SSL-TLS can now be used. I'm going to hit OK. And that part is good. So now let's set up our SSL settings. Okay, so I go ahead and click on SSL. Wait longer than I want to. Here we go. Mode using the SSL, we're going to do admin mode and user mode. Hit OK, we will hit OK. Okay, now Google Chrome comes up with this little warning. If I hit advanced, it'll let me proceed to that. Essentially all it did is make it so this has to say HTTPS instead of just normal HTTP. So now I'm going to hit OK again. And you've set up the SSL part. Well done. Pat yourself on the back while also clicking protocol setting. Okay, now this is going to be, it'll take a little bit and it's kind of cumbersome, but we need to make sure the SMTP protocol is set up. We're just going to hit create, click OK, hit OK again. We're going to go down this list. We're going to make sure we do that same step for SMTP, the POP, the TCP socket. Here's POP, TCP socket, the WebDAV client, and the Open API. Okay, so now as you can see, there's an asterisk by SMTP, POP, TCP socket, WebDAV client, and Open API. We're going to do one more thing. On the next one, it says certificate verification settings. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to verify that it is off. Once this thing loads. Okay, that says on. I want to switch it to off and hit OK. And you have completed this step. Go ahead and say OK, and we'll get on to the next step. Okay, guys, we're going to move on to step 5, which is setting up your SMTP. You're going to log back into the administrator and remote in, and you'll hit network. It actually took a while to load, so that's why I already got here, so you didn't have to wait for that. You'll hit network, then you'll hit email setting, and then you will hit SMTP. You will find this page, okay? You are going to, all of these should be on. You will, and that should be checked, the SMTP server address. Then you will get to type your SMTP server, which is smtp.office365.com. Okay, after that, we do want to make sure it says start TLS. That's the one we want. Our port number is 587. All of these should be defaulted confirm and do not confirm all the rest. 60-second timeout. No limit on the max mail size. Your admin email address and your device mail address should be the exact same. If they aren't, you can change this one right here. In order to change the admin email address, you'd actually have to go to System Settings and Device Registration. I could make a video on that if we need to, but I'll worry about that later on. As far as POP over SMTP, that can be off. Your authentication does need to be checked right there. That's very important. Your user ID is going to be the same one you type in when you go to portal.office.com. So I have to type this one in. So I put that. Our password is changed. I'm going to check that it's changed. I'm going to put the current password. That way I know it is correct. I will hit OK. And that saves that part. Your SMTP is now set up for step 5. And by that I mean step 6, sorry. Last step, which is inputting some addresses. This is not really necessary, it's just to save some time. So I'm going to add addresses back to your address book. I went into the administrator, I remoted in, and clicked on the tab Store Address. Again, what this does is gives basically a shortcut, just a quick button, so that you can scan and email something, say to your store email really quickly, or to someone like me, your district manager, very quickly and easily. I hit new registration, I hit OK, hopefully you saw what I did there, and a lot of this is just like before, it's waiting. Okay, you could use the opening number or direct input, doesn't matter. If I do just number 1, let's say the name will be store email. You can really put whatever you want there. It says ABC. That means that you'll find it in the S category because it starts with S. If you check main, which I highly recommend, it will just show up on the favorites and the first page that pulls up when you hit scan to email. Then of course it needs the store address, the email address, which is right there. I don't need any of that other stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and that will add that to the address book in your copier. So when you go back to the MFP, which I'll show you in just a minute, you'll see that that shortcut will be there. I'm going to go ahead for myself, I'm going to continue the registration, and this will also be a good review for if you missed anything. Because I want my number 2 spot to be the district manager's email. Number 2, name is Eric, email. I want that to be a shortcut, and the email address. By the way, feel free to use this address if you have any questions. I love helping people out. Clicking OK on that one. We're ready for the most exciting part. We're going to go ahead and test it. So I have something I want to scan to email just at the top like you normally would. I'll hit fax/scan. Under address book, that's where the addresses that we saved are right there. Store email, Eric email. I'm going to send it to both of them. Easier way for me to test to make sure it works. I hit start just like you used to, and hopefully I don't get an error. Still says sending right here. That job list so we can tell. Bam! It is sent. Cut. I'm back at my BOM. This is my email. I clearly got the scan as I download it. It should open pretty soon. Come on. There it is. It scans just fine. Again, if you have any questions, comments on the video, feel free to leave it here at YouTube, or shoot me an email at that email address, emckeeman3142@theupsstore.com. I'd love to be able to help. Thanks so much.